for the 5 seed, and they're going to play the Clippers in round 1, and Dallas is going to rock the Clippers in round 1.
They have all the ingredients of a team that can get to the finals. You have a top 5 player, MVP candidate, arguably the best player in the league. You have experience, Kyrie's championship experience. If I have to choose between them and the Clippers, I'm taking them.
I know you got 2 more games left, but we already know your opponent. We know for sure it's going to be Dallas. Like, when does that prep start? Does it start now, or you got to get through these games first?
I've already started.
Absolutely nobody believed in the Clippers coming into this series versus Dallas. Everyone, as you saw before, thought that this Dallas Mavericks team was going to blow out the Clippers in all the games and probably sweep them. But James Harden, Paul George, Russell Westbrook have just changed everything in the NBA playoffs. And you can tell right away, this is a brand new James Harden. Now let's break down this first play defensively by James, who is a guy who's not known as a defender at all. Now look at the smart IQ of James. So we're going to get a high pick and roll between Kyrie and Daniel Gafford. Now in this play specifically, this is always made for Gafford to roll to the rim and get an easy dunk with no weak side help here. But with James Harden being in a different playoff zone, watch how this play breaks down. Beautiful bounce pass there by Kyrie. Now you got Gafford going into lane, the weak side help here by James Harden. And then you're going to get some extra rotation here to the corner by, Terrence Mann. Beautiful. But look at James swiping down, getting it out of bounds here. I mean, this is a beautiful defense by James Harden, who, again, is not known at all. Quite frankly, previously in his career, people said he was the worst defender in the NBA. Hey, if he plays like this consistently, man, this Clippers team is going to win a lot of games. One of my favorite plays of the day comes right here. James Harden, isolation versus Tim Hardaway Jr. Now, this is what really told me, this is what really solidified my opinion about James Harden this year's NBA playoffs. He's going to be a dog, and you can tell right away his energy is just different, right? Here we go. Isolation versus Tim Hardaway, going to get to a spot, that right elbow, left elbow. That's where he can really make a lot of his bread. Boom, gets to a spot, step back, fade away mid-range, draws that contact on the elbow, pulls up over him anyway, gets it to go and one. But the most important thing about this play is right here, the celebration. You see how everybody is screaming, everyone is hyped up, the crowd is going crazy. His teammates are going crazy. Terrence Mann hype, James Harden hype, Paul George hype. The chemistry of this team is way better than it has ever been. These guys are holding each other accountable, and they want to win. They want to continue to make noise in this year's playoffs, and that is exactly what they're doing. Right? The number one thing they do right now is get switches onto different defenders, but James Harden could cook anybody. But the most important thing, man, the energy, the hypeness, the electricity you see every time they get a bucket, everybody's celebrating. It's not ego, it's not ISO ball, it's just let's do the best thing for us to win this game. Look at this beautiful slot cut right here. Dude, this is next level to basketball. So you're going to get a high pick and roll between him and Zubac. You're going to get a little bit of a switch here early, but we're going to get a Russell Westbrook slot cut. Now, what a slot cut is a perfectly timed cut through the back door off a high pick and roll, and you're going to get a lob. Right, Russell Westbrook waits till Tim Hardaway overcommits to the drives in. James Harden, again, the court mapping is insane by James Harden, knowing where Russell Westbrook's going to be, knowing when he's going to be there. I mean, beautiful ball movement. James Harden is coming live. They might have just activated prime James. Now, in this video, we're going to break down some film from this game. I'm going to show you guys exactly why this James Harden is different than we've seen in a long time, probably ever since he left Houston. We have not seen this type of playoff James Harden. We're also going to break down why he is one of the smartest players in this game, in this series, maybe even in the NBA. The man just has a great knowledge of basketball, including on this play. He displays a great IQ and court mapping. Now, if you guys don't know what court mapping is basically the ability for a player to know where every single person is and, where they are, where they're going to be without needing to look at them, too long, right? So on this play specifically, James Harden is going to drive into the paint right by Luka Doncic, going to draw this strong side help here by Derek Lively, and we're going to have a nice little cut here by Ivica Zubac. But what I want you to pay attention to is James Harden's face, his eyes looking right at the rim, telling Derek Lively, who has no idea where the ball is, he's looking right at his face. You know, he's telling Derek Lively, yeah, I'm going up with this shot. But in reality, has a beautiful bounce pass, leaving Zubac for a wide open floater. Guys, this next level James Harden could change everything for the Clippers in this series. But not only that, for the entirety of the NBA playoffs. Now, another very important thing about James Harden is the amount of attention that he brings to himself, leaving his guys wide open. And this is where his playmaking ability actually comes in. So again, he's going to have the speed, the athleticism to drive right by Luka Doncic here, get right into the lane, and you see him right away draw multiple different defenders. You got PJ Washington, you got Maxi Kleber, you got Derek Lively, all just focused here on James Harden. Now, the Clippers do a very underrated thing here, and they stack this left corner. Now, what does that do? It forces Westbrook to just be wide open. Once you draw the strong side help by Maxi Kleber, it's going to leave Russell Westbrook wide open. James does a beautiful job, right? Now, why this is beautiful? Because James could easily throw this right here, but he knows at the end of the day, Maxi Kleber is too close for comfort. He would be able to close out. But the further you go in, the further Maxi Kleber is committing to James Harden. He waits to the very last second, kicks out to Russell Westbrook, who then gets a wide open three-point attempt, right? And now the Dallas Mavericks are in a position where they're like, yeah, let's force Russell Westbrook to take these shots. But once Russell starts hitting these ones, man, good luck, because there goes all your momentum, and it's going to swing right into their favor, because that's just how Russell Westbrook is, man. He's a hype man, he's a spark plug, and he can really change the entire momentum of a basketball game. Alright guys, real quickly, before we break down some more film here on the Clippers, do me a big favor as we start to see a 2-on-1 fast break versus James Harden. Hit the like button just so we can get this video out to more Clippers fans around the world, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free, it doesn't cost anything to join the family, and I will be covering the Clippers throughout the entirety of the playoffs, so don't you worry. And if you want more playoff coverage, comment down below more film, and I'll make sure to drop another Clippers video tomorrow, maybe covering Russell Westbrook or Paul George. Let me know down in the comments below. And lastly, real quickly, go follow my Twitch, link in the description. You can find it at Matty Dubs with 3 S's at the end. I watch all these games on Twitch, so if you want to watch these Clippers games live with me, go follow the Twitch. But let's get in this play. So obviously now we have a 3-on-2 fast break here versus James Harden. You have Tim Hardaway, you have Dante Exum, and Maxi Kleber. Now watch what James Harden does, right? He doesn't overcommit to James. He kind of stays in the middle of all 3 of these guys here offensively and does an amazing job. I think Norman Powell slows him up just enough to force him into this kind of like layup, this hop step, this kind of like layup formation, right? But James swats his hand down, gets a beautiful little block there. I mean, this is beautiful basketball by James, right? Stays in the middle of everyone, makes sure to play the passing lane, the lob threat, but also swipes down, goes off Tim Hardaway's knee, and that's how you stop a 3-on-2 fast break if you're James Harden. Now watch this play as he actually points out he wants the best matchup. He says, hey, give me Luka, I want this one-on-one, okay? You can already tell this James Harden, he's in his bag. He's a different James Harden, and this is the one you need to see in the playoffs. And game 1, he broke it out. Isolation versus Luka, says, hey, I'm going to score more than you. I'm going to score over you. Let's see what you can do here defensively. Pull up 3 in his mouth, gets it to go. Beautiful shot there by James Harden. And again, I love the confidence to say, hey, come give me a screen up top, get PJ Washington off me. I know they're going to switch everything, and boom, now let me cook. And that's exactly what he did there. Beautiful. Love this James Harden. And again, I'm excited to see what they do, because if he continues to play like this, man, oh my, it's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun series. Alright, here we go on this play specifically. Again, what does James Harden do? Say, hey, whoever's on Luka, come give me a screen. I want the switch. You know what's crazy? This is all in the first quarter. He wanted smoke from day 1, from tip-off. He wanted the smoke. Beautiful behind the back dribble. Gets around. Now he's got one-on-one versus Luka. Let's see what he does here. Again, draws 2 momentarily. Dante Exum, knowing Coffee can shoot the ball, is going to smartly get back. But James Harden just says, hey, Luka, you can't guard me. Gets it to go again. Easy money, beautiful bucket, and again, James Harden wants all the smoke. Guys, real quickly, before we finish off this video, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Underdog Fantasy is doing the most legendary thing in the world. Not only if you use my code in the description, they will give you a free $100 depending on how much you first deposit, but also they're going to give you a free square as well. Now what that means is, for example, let's just say Jimmy Butler, right? They're going to have Jimmy Butler over half a point, right? And every single couple of days they're going to give you freebies that you can just easily win money on. Go claim your free $100 by depositing $100 or whatever you want. They'll match your first deposit, but also go get a free square. Go win money. They have so much you can bet on, and it's not just basketball. If you like MLB, MLB's here as well. They have tennis, they have NHL, they have soccer, they have women's soccer, FIFA, esports, racing, golf. They have everything you could think of, and they have live drafts as well. So if you want to get in an MLB draft and play that, you can. If you want to get in an NBA draft and play with some people, some of your friends, you can do that as well. If you use my code in the description, not only will they match your first deposit, but they're going to give you free money as well in terms of these little bets, right? These little bets that you can put in. Tyrese Halliburton over half a point, the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Go check it out, and let's get right back into the video. Now look at this shot by James Harden. This is how you know he was feeling it, right? 4.5 seconds of the shot clock. He's basically at the half-court mark here. ISOing versus Maxi Kleber. Step back three. Guys, this is prime James Harden. For the NBA playoffs, dude, this is going to be a fun series, dude. I'm so excited for Game 2.
Thank you.